When it was time to adopt new instructional resources in our district, we looked for ways to engage with complex text that honored students' ability to think. When we saw Amplify and what it had to offer, there was nothing else that even came close.
I was actually wary when we found out about Amplify because I wasn't 100% sure how I felt about digital learning. I wanted to make sure that kids were still having rigorous instruction. And when I saw the Amplify lessons, I was so impressed.
When you have a technology platform like Amplify, it actually engages all of their senses.
As you're listening to paragraph 17, start to think about what you want to fill in these blanks.
I tried how steadily I could maintain the ray upon the eye.
Our teachers are saying this is a tool that is helping us to turn that light on for kids.
My favorite thing about Amplify is the library because you get to choose any book that you want to.
There's almost a 3D thing going on where the kids are reaching through that screen and then coming back out and wanting to talk to each other.
It's the beating of the hideous heart.
You should put in a thought bubble.
Yeah, you should put it. Yeah, that's cool. Amplify helped me visualize and become a better reader. So for me to break it down instead of in a big paragraph, that helped me understand it much better and see the story much clearer.
I see confidence just coursing through my classroom in a way that I was struggling to establish earlier on. Does he think he can still hear the old man's heartbeat?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because there's that same sound of when the old man was in his room and he got frightened.
I started raising my hand more, talking more, getting involved more, being more hands-on.
I'm actually on the edge of my seat. I'm like, now what are we doing? Because I'm excited to use it.
I feel very confident when I raise my hand using Amplify because it gives me work that I know that it's on my level.
When we read and they are not understanding maybe the first time that they do a cold reading, but we look through it together and they're seeing, oh, I did understand that because I was thinking that before we talked about it as a class. That confidence really pushes them to try things that they maybe wouldn't have tried before. And it's been really cool to see students engaging in more fiery conversations about what they're reading.
I know that's kind of impossible to be hearing a dead person's heartbeat.
Okay.
So I think it's unreliable.
I agree with that text evidence to support what you're thinking.
I agree with her, but I honestly think it's impossible to even hear someone's heartbeat, even if they're alive.
They're making meaning for themselves, and that's what we want to see happening, and Amplify leads them to that.
Why did you pick that he was laying down?
Because when it said he started to tear up the floorboard, that's kind of what it looked like.
When I come in some Amplify classrooms, what I see is every kid writing.
I think my writing is getting better using Amplify because my evidence and my claim, my reasoning is so much stronger than it was last year.
When they start to see the success that they have, they realize not only do I get to be on the computer, but I'm actually doing things that are producing good grades, producing great ideas that my peers are acknowledging. Seeing the return on their work only increases their investment.
It's weird because Amplify help a lot at the end of the year, taking your test, you're like, I didn't even know I knew all of this.
I've got data that can show me that kids are doing better things. I feel more excited to dive into things that are harder. I feel great about sending them off to high school as confident readers and confident writers.
It's really what they've always wanted. It's really what we should have been doing with our students. They need to be engaged in their classrooms. That's when the learning happens.